Let's play better dice this time. Something new is appearing. Oh yeah, that's completed now. So Tala comes to you one shift when the bar is empty, tapping you on the shoulder as you clean the bar. It's ready. She is grinning ear to ear. The Jerome? Obviously, she grabs you by the arm before you can ask you anything else and drags you into the back room. The smell hits you immediately when you enter a cocktail of rich fermentation and chemical sharpness. The room is warm and bright now, the newly installed lights making the place look clean, whether it is or not. Tala has already pulled up a couple of stools around the metal crate, where 2 glasses with a few fingers of pale Girol inside sit waiting. She smiles. I haven't even tried it yet. You can see she's nervous. You both sit at the makeshift table. The slight strangeness of the situation makes you both jumpy. Tala hands you a glass. Cheers, she says solemnly, and knocks the glass back. You do the same. The first sensation is burning, a sharp nose-clearing blast of alcohol that has your frame querying whether you would like to activate SafeBound. You gulp the drink back, and it is only then, behind the burn, that you taste the earthly tones of the mushrooms, the wood, and the soil left behind like sediment, barely there. That's strong. That's terrible. Not bad, actually. Nah, I'll go for not bad. You sure? Honestly, it's bad. You think? Maybe this was a bad idea. She stands up. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know anything about distilling. It's a good first try. She sits back down. Sorry, I'm not trying to. She pauses, unsure what to say. This place means a lot to me, that's all. The Overlook. Tala looks up at nothing in particular. My father opened this place, you know. She says out of nowhere. A thought suddenly becoming words. It was his attempt at making a life for us, for my family, when we got to the Eye. Your family? My father, my mother, my little brother. She takes a drink. They aren't around now. That's okay. My parents had long lives, and my brother is somewhere in the starboard belt. Ran off with the salvage crew. She puts her glass down. He's alive as far as I know. I was just thinking about something he told me. When he first set this place up, he wanted to call it the Bantayan, but he was afraid it would scare off the customers, so he kind of translated it, hence the Overlook. And these past few cycles, when I've been in here, I've been thinking that I should rename the place. She looks at you. The Bantayan. What do you think? What does it mean? Dad said he translated it to overlooks or something like that. Watchtower, maybe. Look out. Tala picks up her glass. That settles it then. To the Bantayan. You both clink your glasses and drink up. Tala hisses through her teeth, still harsh. She laughs. Then suddenly grabs your shoulder. Oh, sleeper, I totally forgot. She stumbles to her feet. She lurches over to a corner of the room covered with a plastic sheet and whips it off like a magician performing a trick. Beneath is a neat little kitchen, a sink, a work surface, and a compact oven with a hob. Your kitchen. She doesn't give you time to respond. You can come make stuff here any time, as long as you promise not to raid the mushroom farm. I need those for the Girol. I was thinking, too, that if things pick up, we can start serving proper food at the Bantayan. She laughs. Do you like it? It's perfect. Tala gives you a hug, then quickly stamps back. I'm sorry, I'm glad you're here, she grins. I think we've had enough. Me too. As Tala tidies away the glasses, you inspect the kitchen, checking it all works. It's small and salvaged, but after what you've had to put up with, it feels like a dream come true. Later, when she's done for the day, Tala comes back through to the bar and you share a glass of the good Girol, the one she didn't distill. And this time you talk about nothing in particular, showing stories about regulars or discussing the best place to eat on the Eye, which after everything that has happened feels like a nice change of pace. When it comes time to leave, you promise to cook for Tala and agree to let her know which shifts you'll be working in the coming cycles, and then slip out into the cool of the rotunda. And in this moment, you feel for once at home. Upgrade point. So this is now the Bantayan. So I might be able to go for something here now with 2 upgrade points. Hard to kill, keep 2 dice even when condition is breaking. there's the instant karma. I'll have to wait for another upgrade point to get that. So in here now I can do a bar shift. +1 to the dice. Tell it is as good as her word and happy to throw a shift or two your way. The pay isn't great. I can cook mat caps. Over here. I get repeatable action, so I guess I can cook these. Get some energy back. Or I can cook roll caps here too. I've got 9 of those. 2 at a time. But I don't need energy right now, so I need to remember that for when I need energy. So what I'm working on, yet again Insider. Also working on Scout the Dock as well. That's good progress. You ask a few of the off-duty workers about schedules and systems, get a few useful tips. Quite the achievement, isn't she? Sandra Lacilis must be proud. You turn quickly to see a figure hooded and tucked into the shadows near the viewing platform. Do I know you? Ignore it. Sadly no, but I know you, or at least I have seen you passing through the low end. You shouldn't rush through so much. The low end's pleasures tend to reward the wanderer. He looks around, but the platform is clear. We should be quick in our conversation, but I don't wish to unsettle you. I deal in data, and I believe you might have need of some. Castor walks out to stand beside you on the platform. The telltale clunk of magnetic boots accompanies his slow crossing. He notices you looking at them. I don't much like it up here, he explains. I hear there was some trouble at the Havenage shipyard when they announced the results of the crew lottery. They screwed us. I was there. I know, he sighs, meeting your eye, an ugly business. Silas is too used to the way things work in the Corps. Exploitation is the only logic they know. He gestures out at the side reel. You know why they built this monstrosity on the eye? Money or control? That was a part, perhaps, but there are cheaper shipyards. He stares at the pristine yellow hull. Silas built it here, says Castor gravely, because they didn't want anyone to know it exists. He rubs his forehead, and secrecy is something I cannot abide. He turns to face you. There are people being loaded onto that ship as we speak, sleeping people locked in cryo-sleep, like the person that you were emulated from. There are hundreds of them, and Silas wants to send them out to a planet at the edge of the settled systems, without anyone knowing where it is. But you, Sleeper, can do something about that. You are like me, you deal with data. You can read it right out of the air. With someone like you on that ship, secrecy isn't a problem. You can ping back whatever I need, whenever I need it, as long as you are on board. With you on the side reel and some minor modifications, he pauses, you will be my eyes and ears, and will keep track of Silas' grand project through you. In short, says Castor, stretching, I can get you aboard, Sleeper, but I'm going to need you to help me. Who are you? What if I disagree? I'm a concerned party, someone who likes to know what is happening when it is happening, not afterwards. It's not just me. I'm not going. Yes, your friend Lem, that can be arranged. It is difficult but not impossible. The condition is, of course, that you go to. Castor clunks closer to the window, watching the tugs wheeling around the side rail. It's a simple offer, and the only one that will get you on that ship. Please consider it. He turns back, silhouetted against the ship. But to make it happen, I need your assistance, as I said. There is a Sealess Foundation ship docked in the now empty shipyard. I need the data from its servers. This will allow me to produce the IDs necessary for your transit. Castor looks over his glasses at you. Sealess aren't stupid, though. Their ship is totally isolated from the station. You'll need to get on board if you want access to their airborne servers. Once you have the data, meet me at your friend's unit, so we can give him the good news. He smiles. I noticed his importance to you and the little one. You don't extract the data before the sidereal horizon leaves the hub, then I will get the message. We have other options, but you are certainly my preferred one. But be sure when you act Sleeper, once you take the data from Sealess, you'll set off a series of events that will likely be hard for you to untangle yourself from. Either way, I recommend you stop asking around up here. You are bringing a lot of attention to yourself. Castor glances around as if to emphasize his point. There are only a handful of cycles until departure, Sleeper. Make your decision. With that, Castor marches back off the platform, the sound of his mag boots fading away, leaving you to contemplate the sidereal horizon and the part it may play in your future. So what we got, these are the cycles until the departure of the sidereal. In several cycles, the sidereal horizon will set out. You will either be on board or you won't. Decisions. So down here, we have this. We have danger option and a risky option. Both are +1 on the dice. Observe and explore, careful observation and an instinct for security procedures will help you understand how to sneak on board. If security gets wise to the potential breach, the Sealess ship will go into lockdown for several cycles. Bluff past security. The fastest way to get to know the ship is by pretending to work there, a plan so bold it might even work. So this is repeatable, this is critical. Sealess infiltration. Patrol patterns, security information, server room locations. You need to case this place bit by bit. So I'm on a timer. And I don't know if that will be good enough. I've got 50% positive or 50% neutral. That worked. So this infiltration went up by 3 bars. It tells you here. It could have gone +3 Sealess lockdown. I'm not going to try that one again right now. And what else am I working on? The Yet Again Insider. They're both risky options. Yep, that worked. That leaves me with a 3 dice. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where to go there. Still need to work on the low end. They're risky options. This would only be a 4 dice. 25% positive, 50% neutral, 25% negative. It worked. Add a dice. Okay. New drive discovered. Derelict unit. I can gather materials here. This half-built unit looks long forgotten. A project that never made it. With enough scrap, you might be able to seal it up. Scrap pile. Before attempting to fix this place up, you'll need to amass enough scrap to make the repairs. So right now I only have 1 scrap. So I'll work on that. Yeah, so now I'm out of dice, and I come back here and end the cycle. Next cycle. Ah! Crap dice. These are the options. Build a home. Gather scrap at the unit. Deal with the killer. Gain mainframe access. The networks and systems of the Greenway have been cut off since the collapse. What could be growing within them? I've got to unlock the Greenway gate. I'm already over there. Oh, I think I know what they're referring to. Yeah, so that means I've got to acquire these another one of these rare items to complete that. But right now I'm working on this. I'm working on the Celis infiltration. I'm gonna try. Oh, I can only do that once. Critical action. Action unavailable. So that means that's all that's available. And I get Celis infiltration up here with 1 segment to go. That crap dice now, so not a whole lot. So have an agent. Yeah, I can spend them in there. Which is giving me 4 of those. Ah, damn it! Still working on the low ender. Got the 1 dice. Yeah, did it. So that's opened up something. Let's hand these 4 in here. Get some cryo. Now, what's this? Castor. You cross between 2 walls of units, one of the cavernous streets at the centre of the low end. The pressurised bridge is full of the clack of tavla, the shouts of children, the whir of airfilters. Sleeper, you turn to see a man sitting at the tavla table alone, somehow untouched by the hustle and bustle of the people around. He gestures to the stool on the opposite side of the table. Sit. Castor. I can sit or stay standing. You sit at the metal stool and he starts setting out the board with counters, or at least the filter caps low-enders typically use in their place. Castor, he says by way of introduction, looking over his glasses. Night or day? He asks, gesturing at the caps. Crudely sprayed white and black. Day. He rotates the board so the white caps are in front of you. Let's begin. Sounds like chess. You both take a plastic die each, pitted and worn, and roll to determine who starts. Castor rolls a 6. You a 4. I lead. He smiles and begin to move his first cap precisely along the board. Play passes back and forth between you, the dice changing hands as the caps spread along the board. As it does, Castor speaks, eyes not leaving the caps. It is usual to see a sleeper on the eye, that's why I wanted to play you. You take your turn rolling a 5 and a 6. I can play carefully or aggressively. Carefully. After all, a sleeper's mind must be somehow different to a human one. Being emulated, I mean. As Castor talks, you build up a wall of caps, stacking them safely across the board. Progress is slow, but you remain unexposed. I don't mean to offend you, Castor meets your eye. I merely see that you are by definition different. What has been subtracted in the emulation? What has been added? He slides a single cap into an open point, a risk and an opportunity. He hands you the dice. Do you ever think about this, sleeper? About what you were before and what you are now? Never or always? Always. You roll a double 1 and solidify your wall. Castor whistles. The holding game, commendable. It can be brave to build from what came before. He rolls the dice and leaps your wall in a single move. But we cannot idle too long, sleeper. The slower we move, the sooner we are caught. The past you is not just an idea, a concept for you. It is a living, breathing person. He looks up over his glasses, his eyes bright and wide. You split from them like a shadow splitting from its caster. They may be sleeping now, yes, but one day they will awake and carry on with their lives unaware of your fate, no matter what yours is. He hands you the dice, smiling. You are a branch severed from the main trunk, an offshoot who refuses to die, so to speak. You roll again under pressure now, trying to slip your caps out from under Castor's before he solidifies control of the game. So what I'm curious about is how you see yourself in all of this, Castor asks. What does this tangle of truths make you? Free, doomed, or driven? Driven? Castor laughs. That much is obvious, sleeper. I see it in your eyes. You are eager to make this all count for something. Castor looks away through the glass to the crowded units on all sides, but driven towards what? He starts removing caps, his home board now full. Is there an end here, or just endurance? You try a few more rolls, attempting to get back in the game, but Castor clears his home board with a sense of the inevitable. He has known he was winning for a while. I feel I may have pushed too far. He slides another cap from the board. I apologise. My curiosity has a habit of getting the better of me. You roll to return a cap to the board, but all the spaces are blocked. Castor clasps his hands apologetically. You play well. Really, your weakness is not your game. He smiles warmly. We have much to learn from each other. He slides his glasses back up his nose and sits back. I feel we could share knowledge, ideas, perhaps even data. His eyes glint with that last word, to our mutual benefit. He slides his final cap from the board. It is over. He has won. I'll say, I doubt it. Please, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. He holds up his palms. My intention is only to help you endure here, and if I am able, feed my curiosities. The game over, you notice the bustle of the walkway once more, the call of the children, the deliveries, the arguments and reconciliations. They wash over you as you stand and leave. Castor nodding goodbye as you do. Crossing the walkway, you replay the moves of the game in your mind, looking for an opening you were sure was there. So, Castor's table is here now. Ow! I've been exchanging all these for money all this time. But now we have a new place for them. Havenage protocols. What are the old guard up to these days, I wonder? I have a shit mind for you if you'll indulge my curiosity. Input 5 of that. Yet again business. The story's about yet again a brutal, but I want the truth. A vial of stabilizer should provide the motivation. 5 of those. Okay. I got options. I can manufacture noodles. I've got this, but I don't have scrap. Come here to cook. I want to try this out. Try 2 of those. Yeah, I get energy. Restore that energy. I go home. I'm out of dice, so I'm going to end the cycle. And end of this video. Part. See you next time.